So with the Overwatch free weekend that just went down, there's been a crazy influx of new players. With so many characters and maps, it can all be very confusing trying to understand the base fundamentals of the game. In this video, I'll try my best to guide you all in the right direction and improve your gameplay as a whole. My name is Zada, and these are 5 tips to consider while playing Overwatch. Tip number 1. This is an objective-based shooter. While you may be used to going on your own killing spree in games like Call of Duty, most heroes in this game rely heavily on the rest of your team. While killing enemies solo will more than likely help you win an objective, you have to consider what's best for the rest of your allies winning the game. Instead of camping a door for 5 minutes, try taking out the Bastion that's been killing everyone. Tip number 2. Understanding your team comp and your pick. It is incredibly frustrating losing team fights due to just a bad team composition. Overwatch is split into a holy trinity of DPS, tank, and support. And tanks who don't like the front line, and supports that do just aren't reading the situation properly. Maybe picking a Roadhog when the enemy is heavily tank focused just isn't the best. And maybe picking Widowmaker on a small size map is just a bad idea. Tip number 3. Team fighting properly. Sometimes it really isn't the team comp that failed the siege, but people not doing their jobs properly. As I just mentioned, Overwatch is split into 3 different categories, and there's different expectations from each role. As a DPS, you want to go for the enemies that are worth going for. For example, a Bastion that is raining down on your team, or a Widowmaker sniping your support. As a tank, you must be in the front line soaking damage and staying at the choke points to ensure your push. Supports, aside from looking pretty, you should stay in low risk spots and avoid damage as much as possible. Tip number 4. If you aren't doing so well on a certain hero, then you should consider swapping. There's no shame in swapping heroes if you aren't doing as much as you would like to be doing. But hey, don't feel bad. Maybe your hero just got countered by the enemy team comp. It's not a big deal. It's best to see this early after your first team fight, swap, and succeed with what you think can handle the situation better. Tip number 5. Don't tilt. Now, I think every guide I've done on a multiplayer game has this point in it, but seriously, stay calm. I've been playing Overwatch since its beta, and I can't lie and say I don't get frustrated with the game because I do. A lot. And I can say that I have won games I really didn't think I would because I stuck to my guns and kept cool and collected throughout the entirety of the game. That's the main thing I find attractive in Overwatch. Just because a team is ahead in the beginning, it doesn't determine the rest of the game. And using the points I mentioned previously, I truly think your gameplay will improve greatly. I can't wait to see you out in the battlefield kicking butt with your newfound knowledge. And if you aren't seriously disgusted and annoyed with my voice yet, and for some reason want to hear me more, find me on Twitch. There's a link. Oop.